Another Thrunite for you today. Today I have the small powerhouse of a light, the Thrunite TC20. As you can see, it is hand-sized, palm-sized. You might even say pocket-sized depending on your pants. Maybe not in the front pocket of your jeans, but if you had some tactical pants that have that side cargo pocket, that inside have the little cell phone divider, this would probably fit perfect in there. You could use the belt clip case if you were so inclined, but this light, small light and 3,800 lumens, insanely bright, little powerhouse of a light for $89.95, and I'll put some links down below for Amazon. You can check it out there, of course. Let me just go through the couple things you get with it. You get a belt clip case with it. It will fit in here nice and snugly. If you're a belt clip case kind of guy, I'm not, but you could be, you might be. There's a D-ring on the back here. You could put your belt through here. Several options for that. You also get a micro USB recharging cable because this light is rechargeable with micro USB, which I'll get to in a little bit. And then you get a bag with a wrist lanyard and some extra O-rings and a towel cap and a little ring there for maybe for the lanyard. And then of course you get some instruction manual. You can read through this. That says all the different brightnesses and run times, and you get a little thank you note in lots of languages. And as always remember to take the little disc in the back. This will be on top of the battery, and that way it keeps it from actuating. Just need to take the tail off, the tail cap off, and flip that little piece off. So there's the light. Let's have a look at it now. Let me just go over the light first, and then we'll get into some of the specs of it. On the back here, there is no button. All of the function is from the side button here. But on the back there is the tail cap. There is a small hole here for a lanyard if you want to mount one there. The tail cap does come out. And inside, 26650 battery. The nice thing about these batteries is that, as you can see, they're kind of a nice chunky battery, but they hold a lot of power, 5,000 milliamp hours. That goes in there. Inside, there's the spring on the back. There's some O-rings here. This, of course, has the IPX8 rating, as pretty much every light in the world does, or at least all the quality ones. Screw that back on. There's some knurling here, and then knurling here, there's the Thrunite logo there. On the other side, the serial number. And then this is the button that does all the functioning of it. And then here's the interesting thing, is this is a micro USB rechargeable. It does come with a recharging cable, micro USB, but any universal micro USB cable that you have and any universal plug, you just need to plug this into it, and this light charges. As it's charging, this will go from red to blue when it's fully charged, that way you know. And then just finishing going over the light, moving forward, there's some heat sinks here up into the head. The head has the new XHP70 LED, and there is kind of a moderate, I would say, deep reflector with the orange peel on it. So this light is going to have a good balance of throw and flood. You could conceivably, depending on your use, make this an EDC light because it's small-ish, depending on how your EDC-ness goes, how you dress, how you carry things. But otherwise, a great searchlight, great camping light, heck of a camping light because of how small it is. This comes in both a cool white and a neutral white. You can check both of those out. The throw distance on this, 320 meters it's rated. Again, my casual way of estimating throw distance is I just changed the units on it from 320 meters to 320 feet. No math involved in that, just simply change the name of the units. So this is going to throw a little bit more than a football field. Typically it's a little bit farther than that 320 feet calculation, but as a general ballpark, that's kind of a useful distance. All the functioning on this light is done by this side button. If you long press it, it will come onto the moonlight mode, and then from there just hold it down and it will ramp up through the brightnesses. Low, medium, high, cycles through them. And then from any mode you can double click to get to the turbo, double click again to get to the strobe, and back. Looking at the brightnesses, it will do that half lumen for 37 days. Half lumen, the moonlight modes, I talk about this on my videos, are incredibly useful. When your eye is adjusted and it's dark outside, half a lumen is even almost too bright sometimes. When I was in Nepal, my most used light was my little AAA Thrunite, and I would use that little half lumen setting to go to the bathroom at night, and it was almost too bright. So half lumen when your eyes are adjusted, awesome output. Always love the moonlight mode. From there, you go up to 38 lumens for 46 hours, 320 lumens for 10.2 hours, 1800 lumens for an hour and 45 minutes, and then it will go back down. It does have mode memory, so if you turn it off on medium, you turn it off, just single press it, it will come back on. Also, when it's ramping through the brightnesses, if you go low, medium, high, say you go to medium, and you stop there for, I don't know the exact amount of time, 10 seconds or so, when you go to hold it again, it will ramp back down to the low and start from there. That way you always know where you're going. To get to the turbo from any output, you just double press, and that is 3,800 lumens for an hour and 30 minutes. And then that strobe from there and back. On the side here, the side button also acts as a power indicator for the battery. So when you turn it on, if it's blue, that means that the battery is 21 to 100% charged. When it goes down to 11 to 20%, it will turn red, and under 10%, it is flashing red. That way you know it's definitely time to recharge the battery. The light does also have a lockout, so this won't accidentally turn on in your bag. All you do to lock it out, it doesn't have to be on, I'm just showing you, just a slight turn, just that much, just a eighth of an inch or so. And then just that much, and then when it's in your bag, it won't accidentally come on. So no fancy hold it down for 3 seconds or anything like that, just a slight turn, locked out. Let's have a look outside here. Here is the moonlight mode. Ramping up. Under the turbo. See, good amount of throw, good amount of floodlights up that whole house there. That one down there that no one's in yet. And you can see the beam pattern. Kind of decent amount out to the sides here. Down in the basement here, starting with the moonlight mode. Great for getting up and reading some stuff, whatever you might need to read, some labels, things like that. And then ramping up, low, medium, high, and the turbo. So super bright. One thing I will say is that in the dark, this button is a little bit hard just to find. You just have to kind of keep winding your hand around to it until finally you come up to it. And you can feel it once you get there. You just have to, there's no other distinguishing marks on the light. So you just get around to it, and then you find the button, and super bright, and there's the strobe. My overall thoughts on this light is that, well, it's something I probably wouldn't carry as an everyday light because it's a little bit chunky for that. For something like camping or something else where you're gonna have a backpack or a bag or some way to carry this, you just throw this in there, you lock it out, not going to come on accidentally. But then when you need either a half lumen or 3,800 lumens or a whole bunch of things in between, the small size of this for $89.95, I think this is a fantastic light. So check this one out from Thrunite, the TC20.